live. Hey, folks. How can we see who's here? We've never done this before. Hey, welcome to Rachel's place. The bartender's getting us some drinks. This is Erin. She is the curator here at South Park City Museum. How can I see who's in here?
I don't know.
We've never done this before. It says 2 people are, 3 people. Oh, here comes the barman, the barkeep with our chartreuse.
And if we,
Thank you.
I don't know. If we spill it on the felt, it won't matter.
It won't matter. Get a level of authenticity.
Folks, go ahead and sound. Oh, hi, Melinda. Ah, thank you. I just got this one. Thank you, Melinda. I was actually thinking of you and your beautiful pictures with your hat and your hair while I was figuring out my hair game. So, hi. So, folks, we're brand new to doing this on YouTube. We don't know what we're doing. If you're here, go ahead, sound off in the comments. Let us know. I can definitely see you that way.
Well, here's to you, folks. It's been an excellent project.
Oh, man.
Still more to go. Oh, wow, that does work.
Wow.
Well, it's
Oh, you're welcome, Melinda. We'll have to do 1890s together now.
Oh, that's right. You're telling me.
Yeah, there's guesses.
Oh, Sarah Grant Jorman. Hello, Sarah.
He's the guy who makes the branding and all that. So he's trying
Welcome.
to retro engineer it, but it's been a secret. We're basically right now, we decided to have chartreuse for our libation for right now. Mainstay of the Victorian bar. We also have a green felt table here. In if we spill it.
We've got 7 people.
Excellent. But there was the question about what exactly is chartreuse, and the answer is nobody really knows. It is a heavily botanical infused liqueur that has been a secret to the Carthusian monks since at least the 18th century, maybe 17th century.
Let's pull this back so we can see everybody,
Oh, now we can see him.
including our lovely Rachel behind us. So do we want to start off and tell people where we are and what we're doing, what's going on?
Yeah, should I do that? Or
Yeah.
You want me to
go for it? Tell everybody where we are.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to South Park City Museum. We're located in Fairplay, Colorado, which is at almost 10,000 feet elevation, as these two have been working through pretty honorably this whole time. We're in Rachel's Place, which is our saloon. It was originally located in the town of Alma, which is about 6 miles north from here. And it was a working saloon for many, many years, made its way through Prohibition even, and came out the other side.
Yeah.
It was moved to South Park City in 1958 as a whole. I guess maybe we'll show more of the building later.
Yeah.
You can see it was put on the back of a flatbed truck and just moved on down here. And it's been here ever since. And it is South Park City's saloon.
Yeah. And I realized one thing I did not put in the description for this is South Park City has a great YouTube channel, and Erin has made so many great videos about all of the buildings that you're going to see here with their history. So definitely go ahead and check that out. Oh, hey, Catherine. Hey, and of all the nerve. Hi. Hey, everybody. Okay. Catherine says, hello, friends. Can't wait to get there in a couple of hours.
You're going to love it.
Yes.
I can't wait to meet you.
Should we talk about what we're doing tonight?
Yeah. Oh, tonight. Yeah. So we've got a fundraiser going tonight. Well, I'm going to back up a little bit to what brought us here in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, like Erin said, South Park City Museum is a restored 1880s. Well, it's a reassembled 1880s mining town, basically. This kind of all started. Erin started the social media stuff going here, and then it was partway through 2020. It was not even. This had nothing to do with the pandemic. I just had a bad day one day, and I've always loved the 1880s. That's where the history really first came to life for me, and so I just wanted to see something that would make me happy. So I went onto Instagram and I typed in hashtag 1880s. And there's all these pictures of this place that it just looks amazing. And so I started showing Amy. I was like, look at this stuff. And
starts tagging me like, look at this.
Yeah.
And look at this.
So then we started talking to Erin just about all this stuff. We're really enthusiastic about what's going on. And then we started the Victorian bar room, and they started watching our stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, let's get together and do it. So
I think we were really inspired by your early videos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and just the fact that we could be across the country and learning about Colorado history, and definitely I didn't link it. I'm sorry. Check out their YouTube channel. What is it? Just YouTube?
South Park City Museum.
Yeah.
So we worked it out. They did a great job with helping us cover the travel costs and all that. And so we're out here right now. We're here for a whole week. So we've got a few days after this, and then we're heading back. But we're doing a series of videos naturally for the Victorian Barroom, where we will naturally be featuring Rachel's Place quite a bit, and some other buildings as well.
We'll spin you around in a minute here and show you.
And we're just cramming every bit of this place in as we possibly can. And then tonight, the nude that you see behind us.
Why don't you stand up and let us see Miss Rachel here?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it through the glare. But,
Oh,
there you go.
there she is.
Yeah.
In all her glory.
That's the view from the bar. But so yeah, they had a big restoration project done on the frame, and we're doing a fundraiser tonight where 30 donors, it's sold out, got tickets, and they're going to get to drink some of the actual Victorian mixed beverages right here in the saloon at night. So no real modern lights or anything like that. So just like a lot of us, I think on this thing have experienced, the president really fades into the background at that point. So it's going to be a really neat thing. We're hoping we can get a bunch of money to help cover the cost of this restoration.
Melinda's jealous. Well, good news is we've shot a lot of videos out here so far. We're going to keep shooting. There will be one video that will actually feature Rachel pretty heavily. We've got some nice close-ups of the frame. We'll talk a little bit more about her history. Though I guess, Erin, if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Sure.
Now.
Yeah. Rachel is what's known as a saloon painting. Was done by the Colorado artist Charles Craig, who normally did landscapes, Native American portraits, things like that. But when it came time to pay his considerable bar tabs, he would paint saloon paintings. And Rachel is one of those, and she's the only one that is still in a public collection. The rest of the existing ones are all private. And she's been here at South Park City since we opened. And yes, that frame was made in 1901, the year that the painting was painted, and it had seen better days, let me tell you. It's about over 9 feet tall, so the restoration was considerable, and we were lucky to find a really talented person to do it.
Oh, Cody Museum. Yeah, you're right. Cody Museum is fantastic. They actually, when I was at Locust Grove, they came out and featured some of our artifacts, and their collection is mind blowing.
Yeah, I follow them on Instagram. I just love their posts.
Yeah.
Oh, and Evaldo Nerve wants to know what you're serving tonight, hun.
Oh, we have. We're gonna kind of, as a lot of the in-person events that we do go, we're gonna talk about the what, when, where, and why Victorian mixology was the way it was, and then where it was going to get to the classic things. The first thing we're going to start off with is a Victorian punch, but it's a punch in the tradition of the way punch had always been throughout the 18th century and all that. So it's an 1849 whiskey punch. There's actually a video on Musée de Venoge's YouTube channel of us making that.
Oh yeah, as Jacob and Charlotte Weaver.
And so that's going to kick the evening off with kind of the beginning of the story. We're going to jump to the end kind of with a Puritan cooler, which is a really easy one of, you got to use a fancy ginger ale with rye whiskey, which was donated by the local distillery. And
the snitching lady.
Yes.
Or was it the snitch, or was that? Yeah.
And some orange juice, and that's all there is to it. And then the real the climax of the evening is going to be the brandy sangaree, which is the drink that really sold me on this whole thing. And so those are going to be served kind of in mass. And then for the brandy sangaree, I'll make each of those individually, and people will get more of the experience just going to the bar, interacting with bartenders, stuff like that. So
yeah, getting to be in here.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have videos on any of those things. We will have one on the Puritan cooler. You can check out the punch on Musée de Venoge. You can hear me doing a ridiculous Swiss French accent.
That's great.
But you will find the punch. And yeah, there will be others coming on those recipes.
Little teaser on the Puritan cooler for the video. If there's any Alan Bishop Spirits of French Lip fans out there, we're getting together on that one, and we're doing a neat angle on the Maddie Gladden High Rye Bourbon.
Yeah, we're going to get to go to the Maddie Gladden house. We're really excited. And Catherine is coming up for the fundraiser. She says she's glad they got the hotel room.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Should we show folks around Rachel's?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody watch the preview while I move the thing. Brian, you can take us around, I guess. So here you are with Rachel.
Yeah, so this is Rachel, our saloon painting here. We don't know exactly what's underneath of the foliage.
It's so mysterious.
It's a mystery, yeah.
Is it, are we correct, the foliage came later?
Yeah.
Yes, just so no one would know what
is
was.
It true that you had to pay 25 cents to see this?
I don't know. It was in a hotel, so I think it was
okay.
public, but 25 cents. That'd be a lot back then.
It would be.
Yeah.
So she's been altered to leave a tiny bit to the imagination.
Yes.
Now, here's one of my favorite features over here, which we can't get into.
Yes, you can.
Oh, can we? Oh,
We're here with the curator.
oh, that's right. Yeah, Becky didn't. This is the gambling room for the more serious gamblers who didn't want to be bothered by the riffraff in the bar room.
So in here we have a Faro table. Faro was a card game that Doc Holliday actually made famous.
Aaron, if you can see the screen, tell me to move it up and down.
Actually, it looks good.
Okay, so keep going.
All right, so
You got one up above.
it hasn't been open in a while.
There's a thing up above. So you were saying about Pharaoh.
Faro. Okay, so the Faro had a board, so it was a very involved card game. This board actually came over from Breckenridge in the 1870s. You could tell it looks pretty old. So I don't know how to play Faro, but I know that it's involving the cards and matching suits with the dealer, I think.
Well, if Josh Wilson is out there, shout out to him because
He'll know.
He's a good friend of ours, and he actually built a Pharaoh set
Did
for
he?
himself.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
it's pretty spectacular.
Tell us how any plans to restore it or keep it out of the direct sun. We actually have UV film on the windows, so
Oh,
it's
cool.
protected. There are plans to restore it. It's one of those ones that it's kind of scary. So yes, we do have plans to restore it. We have UV film on most of the windows, and then we're only open from May to October. The rest of the year, the windows are blacked out. So don't get too much then. Yeah, but there's a bunch of other little.
And that window goes through to the rest of the bar. You can see there's some folks in there right now checking it out. Oh, we got another little saloon girl up here.
Oh yeah.
And this is really cool. I'm thinking early slots, basically.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been in here actually this whole time, so this is neat.
Oh, it's okay.
We gotta hang out with the curator.
Yeah. Wilson's Arcade didn't work. It was sealed. Do you know what sort of his chair is?
Yes.
What?
So-
Yes.
Yeah, let's check
Here,
this chair out.
let's check this out because we have been wondering all week.
This is actually a leather strap back here. Just so
Yes.
yeah.
So this is what's called a gunslinger chair. And I don't know if you can see, but the seat is slanted back. And it was designed so that the gunslinger or your bouncer would be able to wear his guns and sit in the chair without them getting hung up on side
Oh.
rails. And it also allows them to stand up quickly.
Gotcha.
And there was some interpretive signage, but it's being repaired. So that's why you don't know what it is. So that's the gunslinger's chair.
Lots of dead animals on the walls.
Yes.
It's a manly space.
Very manly.
Okay.
Oh, here's something interesting that
Oh yeah.
see this glass globe up here.
Uh-huh.
It's what was called a fire grenade, and it's either filled with salt water or caustic chemicals. It depends on who manufactured it. It was designed at a certain temperature to explode and put out fire. So it's a very early fire extinguisher.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
trying to figure that out yesterday.
Yeah.
This is what we saw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to tell us about this
Oh yes.
cool thing right here?
So this is called a pianola. This is an early or a predecessor to the player piano. It was designed to be pushed up to a piano. And it had, I don't know if you can see back there, but it has kind of fingers that would play your piano for you by the use of a scroll, just like a player piano. And later on, it would sort of evolve and be put inside a piano, so you didn't need both machines.
And I'm seeing there's a video about this on the South Park City
Yes,
YouTube
there is.
channel.
What on earth is this thing?
Well, let's take a look at the kegerator.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about this.
Yeah.
It's not actually called a kegerator.
Okay, cooler. So yeah, check this out, guys. The heavy insulated doors. We got multiple storage areas for kegs. Taps here. So do you want to tell us about particulars?
Yeah, so the compartment up here was where you would put your ice. And then in here, your kegs would go under here, and you could tap your kegs that way. It's kind of is it too dark?
It's kind of dark. We're gonna have a video with it where we lit it up. Oh yeah, there you go.
It doesn't really do much.
It does a little. So yeah, people are always asking about how stuff was kept cool.
And you'll notice that the insulation is just wood. It's really just clever use of wood.
Yeah. people were resourceful,
They were.
especially when it came to their alcohol.
Yes, you gotta protect that. Keep it cool.
And here's the bar.
Behind that.
This guy has been very natural back here all week. You all can imagine the fun time I've had trying to film with a big mirror behind it.
But she's made it happen.
Mhm.
So this has just been a dream come true. Not only filming in an actual Victorian bar room, but a Victorian Old West bar room. I mean, for me, this is where my fascination with history started as a little kid. And I think this is the first time really that we've fully indulged the 1880s and 90s without just kind of cramming it in around the edges of something else. So this has just been spectacular. We're really looking forward to sharing with you guys the things that we've been able to do here. Naturally, the scenery has been kicked up a notch. So it's a really special place to survive in this age.
Are there more questions in the chat? Can you see?
Let's see.
We were not together enough to have this pulled up on multiple screens or anything.
Cody Museum. Oh, Dan Galpin's there. That's a wild machine. Yes, it
Oh, hey,
is.
Dan.
Yeah. No, looks like we don't have any more questions. So,
All right.
you have anything?
You want to show them the street view?
Yeah. Oh, let's get
Yeah.
Why don't you grab the hotspot?
Oh,
Yes. Aaron was luckily able to hotspot because the Wi-Fi. We're at 10,000 feet in probably the smallest town I've ever been in. 700 people live in Fairplay, Colorado. It does. So the Wi-Fi's been,
interesting.
better than I thought. So here we are. Welcome to South Park City Museum. And they have over 40 buildings here.
Show the view of the mountains down the street.
Oh, yeah. If you can see.
That way.
Okay, you know what? You take it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you get on.
If you can see the detail, I can just imagine. Yeah, I can see rolling in here in the mid to late 19th century and just, not going back. It's just breathtaking.
Let's see if we have comments or questions. Nope, just folks I think are into it.
Cool.
We still got 11 folks in here. Melinda is hanging in with us. I know, Melinda. We keep walking around just with our jaws like dropped. Oh my gosh.
So I don't know if you can see. Can we see that redstone building from this angle?
Yeah, you kind of can.
Okay. That was also a saloon, and it's still
We can
standing.
walk over there.
Oh, can we?
Yeah.
Oh,
know.
okay.
We got the hot seat
Oh.
with us.
This isn't set up as a saloon right now, but this is a saloon that's actually is on its original spot. It was built by the local.
Slow though, so the video can...
Oh yeah, it was built by a local beer brewer who we're going to be featuring in a video.
Dan actually works for Google, so I'm sure he is laughing right now.
What's our view like here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it really nice.
Awesome. The Summer Saloon.
Well, and that red rock is part of the landscape when you drive up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one is on its original
It is,
location.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Originally, and that was just
44 Bulldog revolver.
yeah. Rebuild, trying to recommit to Fair. Not somebody I had heard, but definitely a local hero.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it happens.
1,000 feet before, you will have an idea of what this week has been like for us. The thing we did not expect is that it takes 2 or 3 days. And we're doing what? And then by day 3,
Yeah, I'm a fairly resilient fellow, but I was downright ill on Tuesday, Wednesday.
oh, Melinda, that's a great question. And of course, somebody just pulled Erin away because she's also the boss and in charge. I don't think so. I think what you see is usually pretty specific or pretty original. But again, I would check out their YouTube channel, and Erin's done some really good stuff about the restoration. Some of them were moved piece by piece. And then some of them, yeah, sorry about the buffering, Dwayne. We tried our best. We're hot spotting it. We are seriously up in the middle of nowhere, which is awesome. But the Wi-Fi, some of the buildings were piece by piece moved. A lot of them, though, were picked up on trucks and just moved. Somebody was asking if all of the facades are original.
They are. Well, with the exception, there are 2 buildings that we've purpose built to hold some collections that are of the style of the era. But yeah, but the rest of the facades are original. Those false fronts, did you talk about those?
No.
So you'll see those rectangle false fronts. There's Sentinel Rachel's Place is one as well. Those you'll see all over the quote unquote Old West. And those were built to make the building look more impressive than it was. Oftentimes, you would even just put up your false front first and attach a canvas tent to the back of it. And then when you could get the lumber to build the rest of the building, you would build the rest of the building. But once you see them, they're all over the place, and they're very unique to the West.
But they're original, right?
They are original, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if people are hanging in with us, you want to go check out Simpkins?
Sure.
Oh, the general store?
I think this might be my favorite. I've decided favorite building because it's
one of mine too. Yeah.
it is the general store. We will move slowly to try to let it buffer.
Okay.
Because Erin very kindly is using her phone as a hotspot to make this work at all. And so here we go is the actual general store. I love the Masonic thing on the side, by the way, if you can see it.
Did you go up there?
I haven't been up there. I didn't realize that's actually that's a side entrance to a whole other floor. But in here, go ahead, Erin. There's a whole video on this one too on their YouTube channel. If the image isn't great, check it out.
Is this the one you were talking about?
I'm wondering if that is a self-lacer. It looks like it might be a self-lacing corset actually, which is exciting.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to crack it.
Yeah, we might crack open into this in a little bit and check out the corset. You can tell I'm very excited about that. We've got just everything in here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of mind-blowing.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here. So, I guess I can leave this.
We are very, very honored to be part of the filming tradition here at South Park City. And then, of course, this was Nutmeg Raiders. Townsend people, yay! Townsend fans have a moment. Which, by the way, we had scheduled this for a half hour from now originally, and then we realized, oh no, that's the Townsend live stream. We're not doing that. We're not competing with that. But then we got the post office was in here, of course. You know, small town hardware store, general store is also your post office. PO boxes. And the back room.
We have some really old cheese.
Oh, yes. This cheese is apparently legendary. So, let's see. Yeah, we were told this is about this.
Do you want to smell it?
I've been told the smell is a thing.
It's kind of terrible, but if you want to smell it.
I don't know, people. Should I smell it?
Should she smell it, guys? The cheese. Nobody's saying anything.
When is this
yet.
cheese from?
This, I don't know where it's from, but it's about 120 years old. And it's packed in wax. So it's still preserved. And some people have tried they want you to smell it. All right, here we go. So here, let me hold that.
Okay.
And just open it and take a whiff. And it's, wait, can they see you? Okay, here she goes.
Here we go, folks. Oh, wow.
But it's not terrible.
It's not
right?
actually rotten. It just smells like stinky cheese.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? It's not rancid. It doesn't smell scary. And I think it's more when you first open it.
Yeah.
Because it's been in there. What do you think, babe? Get in there.
It doesn't smell bad.
It's actually not
fragrant,
what
yeah.
I was expecting it to be awful.
It's technically, we've been told that it still would be edible.
Really?
Cheese, yes. But nobody's going to find out.
Yeah.
I do.
I wouldn't ruin the integrity
Right.
of this piece of cheese. Dwayne said, please do it. Wendy says, thank you for not making me choose you or Townsend. You know what? We put some serious math into the time zones and some thoughts. And bless you for appreciating that, Wendy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so 100-year-old cheese.
Mm-hmm.
You tilt that down a little bit. Not terrible smell. Not gonna eat it.
I'd eat it.
I would try it
I'd
if
try
something happened and we had to try it.
Yeah.
I don't know that no.
Not doing it. Well, that hotspot's doing really well, Erin.
Good.
What do you think? What's your favorite part in here, hon?
Oh Lord. I mean, I think one of my ideal careers was just like, late 19th century general store owner, which is something you can't really do anymore. But
Not too-
so yeah, just a little bit of everything. It's like, I mean, there's some really well preserved shoes in here. There's the most massive pair of old men's shoes that I've
Yes.
ever seen over there.
Those are pretty big.
That was a big fella.
I just noticed too, the cans. You can see the labels still are in really good shape. If y'all can see that, look at that. Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, look at these. Yeah.
These were donated recently.
Oh, really?
These were samples, and they were still in the suitcase that the traveling salesman. I don't think you can see that.
Oh my gosh!
The traveling salesman who used them just.
Oh yeah, we got the light behind us.
Yeah. Oh darn.
Here, I'll try to come around.
There we go.
There we go. Woo!
So it still has the sample dates on them.
Well, that's interesting because that's something I always think about. Because I used to work in a shoe store, and so whenever people say, "Oh, the shoes from that back then are so small," I know at least part of that is because that's usually what becomes dead stock,
Yeah.
and that was just early 2000s.
Yeah.
That it would be the size 5 we never sold. And I don't know if you all can see this through the window though. Those are my favorite, and I've seen some a little bit like that in the Sears catalog, and I just think they're so beautiful, and they look pretty comfy too. It's a nice chunk heel. Those buttons. I would love a pair like that.
We were just talking about the social aspect of the general store.
Yeah. Oh, those are my favorites. I think those are really beautiful.
It's like, I guess, canvas
Yeah.
and leather.
Well, and you need the button hook, but that way you can put them on while sitting up with your one leg up over your other leg, your foot.
Melinda wants a pair.
I thought she'd like those.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
surprised Melinda doesn't have a pair.
Yeah. Yeah, and that way if you've already got your corset on, it's easy to just, hike your foot up over your knee. Yeah, those look really comfy.
Not too bad.
I would wear those.
I would too.
They don't look that different. There's a very interesting brand called Flugvag. I think it's
Yes,
Flugvag.
Flugvag, yeah.
They don't look super different
I
from
love,
Flugvags.
yeah, I love those shoes.
Yeah, I've never allowed myself to spring for a pair of Flugvags, but
Yeah,
so what they are is they're like a modern brand. They don't look exactly historically accurate, but they're very inspired by
flared heels and
Yeah.
everything,
yeah, and they clearly get away with selling $400 for their shoes.
Dwayne wants a pair of men's boots for the pair. Yeah.
It's tough to come by. Stacey Adams does Stacey Adams Madison boot does a pretty good job. And then if you want to go a little bit further back, Missouri Boot and Shoe Company, it does pretty good craftsmanship.
Yeah.
Did we look at the pot-bellied stove?
Let's look at that. There's a lot of these here, and they're great.
Yeah.
Well, this is one thing we were talking about just now is the social aspect of the general store.
You might need that light again, Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people could come and just stand around and chat and get some heat. And so this one's actually kind of plain. Some of the others I've noticed in some of the buildings, they're just ornate.
The mayor house. Did you in the study?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It just reminds you that this was a time when people took really utilitarian objects like your heating system and would make it beautiful.
Even when it was manufactured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even with at the beginning of mass production, they still wanted stuff to be nice.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. This is one of the plainer ones, if you can believe that.
Yeah. And it's still so gorgeous. Got some beautiful pottery. Yeah, I think this was definitely the place to bring people.
Yeah, this is between the drugstore and here. Tough to choose a favorite.
Well, we could take people next door to the drugstore. Let's see who's hanging in with us. We still got 11 people. Oh, Dwayne said he had a wood burning house at his dad's farm in Alberta. Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Oh, somebody asked, where's the Cracker Barrel?
Where's the Cracker
It's
Barrel?
right there.
I
There we go.
agree, of all the nerve. Oh, there's the Cracker Barrel. There you go, Schlattschula. So this was crackers?
I think so, yeah. It would have looked like that if that's not crackers.
Yeah.
There's so many things to just put your eyes on.
I'm so jealous of people who live here and just can come back again and again, because the first time through, your mind is just sort of overloaded.
Yeah. I still see new things.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
4 years.
Let's take a look at the drugstore.
Yeah, let's go next door. We're gonna move slowly.
Yeah. It's
Image catch up.
It's mind blowing in the first place, but also, I mean, when you realize the Smithsonian wanted this collection.
Yeah.
This place got it. So we're outside again. This over here is actual Fairplay. The actual town is still called Fairplay. Going past the bank. This is the bank. And up here, you can see the sign. Drugstore. And we did shoot a video in here, so you'll see some of this stuff in better quality on the Victorian Barroom channel eventually.
And I can't describe the smell in here. It's the herbs. You can still smell the herbs.
Yes.
It's, I don't know. It's a nice smell.
Chocolates are not penny goods, everybody.
Then talk about a wood stove. There you go.
Oh yeah, look at this. If you here, somebody stand next to it for scale.
So I'm 6 feet tall. So it's about 6 feet.
Wow. Wow. That would have been very warm. Oh, you want to show them the heroin?
Yeah. Come see the heroin. So heroin was used medicinally.
Can y'all see that? I hope.
And that's an older, probably, can't say exactly, but older, like 1820s maybe.
Oh, wow.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Even the heroin looked beautiful.
Yep. And then swamp root was one of those famous snake oil type of cure-alls that was essentially just, basic distilled alcohol and food coloring.
Can they see? Is it?
I think it's this one in the red.
Yeah.
That guy was kind of notorious.
Wow. There's also an opium one somewhere up here. I don't know if we can reach it.
I think isn't that one in the doctor's?
I think it was back up. I'm not sure if we can get the camera up there,
Gotcha.
but it's there. And so here we go. Here's now our bartender has become our apothecary. So there is something cool about this collection, though, right, Erin?
Yes. You were kind of talking about that before. This entire collection was thanks to a hoarder. The original owner of the J. Merriam drugstore never threw anything away. So all of this was dead stock or overstock, and it was in his basement. And it was a complete Victorian drugstore collection that the Smithsonian was trying to get a hold of at the same time the South Park Historical Foundation was in the late 1950s, but we beat them to it. And it even includes some Victorian advertising for dyes and just all sorts of crazy products.
And I don't know if you all are really getting a feel, but it's wall to wall. It's just still all of these bottles. The fact that all of this came from a single collection, just really, you don't find that. It blows my mind. Old cash register.
Oh, and the Sutherland sisters?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that. They were famous for having long hair.
So you all, even if you can't see it, you've probably seen before the picture. I think it's the seven sisters with the extremely long hair.
And they had shampoo and scalp cleanser. I don't think you can see.
Yeah. And I didn't know till I saw that was marketed. I don't know if they got the money or somebody else used their image.
A lot of times those types of women were exploited.
Yeah. So, but if you've seen that picture before, it's on some of the soap in here. Somebody's selling it, using that picture to sell hair and scalp cleaner. Let's see how we're doing. We're down to 10. Oh, it's after 4. Some people may have had to run over to Townsend's.
And please do that. They are good buddies, good friends. They've done a lot for us.
Yeah. We purposely didn't want to interfere.
Yes, Dan, I'm talking about heroin.
Oh, for goodness sake, Melinda, your comment was held for review. The Victorian druggist, or the place to go to feel amazing, still dying but feeling great.
Right.
Those are the doctors and bartenders get the same two kinds of customers, the living and the dying.
Yep. That's funny. I did click hold comments for review, and I guess it worked. We reviewed your comment, Melinda.
You're approved.
You're approved. Dan says this was marketed by Bayer.
That's right.
Yeah. And Dwayne, your dad will be 92. It's really interesting to me, Dwayne, because I grew up, so I was born in 84. And I grew up, pretty poor. And there's a lot of stuff around when I was a kid that I look back and realize now especially if it were cleaned up, would be vintage or antique that was just old stuff that was around.
Yeah.
And I just didn't, to me, it was normal, first of all, to have it. But it's just sometimes I look back and think, oh my gosh, like that, I could have sold all that as a collection.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Davina. Good afternoon. Welcome.
You can see in the background the soda fountain.
Oh, let's show
Yeah.
people. If people got to bounce to Townsend's, go for it. But let's show you the soda fountain. So this was just restored, right?
Yes. Well, the top part was.
The top. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Which this is one of the things I love about this place is this wasn't like one and done. You go around and there's all these ongoing restorations, all of this stuff that's still constantly being worked on. It's just, there's clearly ongoing preservation and love. But at the same time, there's a very high degree of interactivity
Yes.
and accessibility in this museum, which is not always the case, especially when it's married with ongoing love and care. Well, all right. Well, that went on longer than we thought it would. You all have been great. Should we sign off from the apothecary?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for joining us,
Thank you.
everybody.
Yeah, this is our first YouTube live stream.
Yeah, we drove
Oh.
3 days to get here. No regrets.
Dan wants to know when the fountain date's from.
That one is, I think late 1890s.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a heck of a live stream. You don't want to miss that, Davina. We'll have to watch it later on recording. We got to go do other stuff.
We'll see you guys. Thanks for
Bye.
coming with
Thanks
us.
for coming.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody.
Cool.
Awesome. Huh?